I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
What is going on? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Saturday, everybody. It's your boy Kings and Dreams back with a special Saturday episode. Oh, man. We're going to get right into it, man. Really, really excited to talk to this brother. This brother has definitely been a traveler, and I know one of the favorite places or continents, if you will, they like to travel to is the continent of Africa. So we are definitely going to get right into this conversation. Get familiar with this guy. Make sure that you do subscribe to his channel. Follow him on all platforms, man. But without further ado, I'm going to bring my man, GMT Travels. What's going on, brother?
What's up, player? How you doing, man? Everything good, man?
Man, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday. I know you out there in Kenya, so it's a Saturday night. So I'm not gonna hold you too long. I'm not gonna hold you too long. I know you.
It's all good. It's early. It's like 7 p.m. We got time. People hit the club in Nairobi till like midnight anyway, so we good.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got some time. Man. All right. So you are in Nairobi currently, correct?
Yep, I'm in Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. So let's kind of go back into the beginning just to give some people on my channel who may not know of you, who you are. So let's just let them know who you are and what made you start your channel.
All right. So I'm from South Carolina. I live all over the South, but I'm a merchant seaman, and I'm a sailor in the U.S. by profession. So that's what got me into traveling. So before I got my job, I didn't even care about traveling, but I work on ships, so we transport goods all around the world on ships. So I'm doing that for like 20 years. So that's what got me into traveling. So my first 8 years traveling, I didn't even see a lot of black dudes. I didn't realize black dudes traveled until I went to Sosua. I was going to Santo. I already been to Santo Domingo a whole lot, and so I saw Cuban Dave on YouTube, and I went to Sosua because of Cuban Dave. And on Sosua, I met the community, everybody. And then the reason I got into YouTube, I kind of knew everybody, because when you travel, you frequent certain places like DR, Colombia, here and there, you start bumping into people. And I was noticing the people I was bumping to all the time were YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
I met them and I didn't realize they were YouTubers. So I seen a whole lot of dudes that I already knew were YouTubing. So I'm like, shit, why not? But that's how I got into it, because I met so many brothers like just passing by that were YouTubing, and that I partied with, hung out with in a lot of different countries. And that's what really got me into YouTube. And I think last year was the first year my channel picked up a lot of steam and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ran into Check in Effect in South Africa. I ran into Austin in Kenya. You know, so last year was my biggest year on my channel. Started picking up whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got into traveling because of my job, pretty much.
Okay. And how long have you been traveling?
About 20 years.
Gotcha.
20 years.
20 years. Okay. And in those 20 years, how many countries have you been to total?
Man, don't even lie to you, man. I have to count them all up, man. Like I said, I've been to Venezuela, Colombia, Argentina, Trinidad, Jamaica, Belgium, England, Germany, the UAE, Singapore, Philippines, Japan, Korea, Australia, Egypt, Morocco. It's so many to name, you know what I'm saying? There's so many, it's too many to name, man. It's, yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I counted up to 16. So we're gonna say about 20 countries, right? 20 plus. Is that fair to
20 plus,
say?
yeah. Yeah, there's 20
Okay.
plus, yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. And so what was the first country that you traveled to outside of the
The first
United States?
the first country I traveled to was Bremerhaven, Germany.
Mm.
On my ship. My first place I landed overseas was
Okay.
Bremerhaven, Germany. Yeah, and we were there for like 2 days. And I remember in Germany they had the red light district or whatever. I'm like, oh man, that was my first time experience overseas in Germany. They had a red light district. It was small because Bremerhaven is not really like a big city, but it's a big port for like the military and sailors. So a lot of sailors for us, being a sailor, a lot of people don't realize red light districts were created for sailors. So most of your old cities where the port is, the red light district is by the port in your old cities. So because they don't want us to go into town chasing their females. So they used to put the red light districts by the port. So when the sailors come to their city, they would stop there and get girls, and they would run around their city drunk, rest with the regular girls. So my first port was Bremerhaven, Germany, man. I had a blast. I went off, man. I went off, man. Yeah, my first time overseas was Bremerhaven, Germany, man. It was just, and we didn't. And a lot of sailors, we have our own clubs in these cities, so we don't really like venture around the city. We go to the sailors club, or we go to the red light, or like or we go somewhere where they have girls lined up for us. So that was my first experience overseas, Bremerhaven, Germany.
Mm. Well, shoot, you learn something new every day because I honestly did not know that the red light district areas were actually for sailors. So would you say like just military in general?
I mean, the military probably came later. You know what I'm saying? Places like Angeles City was built for the military, but I mean, like the sailors are like in general, and like not necessarily the military. I mean, the military too, but the sailors. We got realize when they're coming to port, you got dudes that been out to sea for 10 days, 20 days, got a pot full of money, and they come into cities all over the world, and they were coming there. I mean, it kind of died down a little bit after COVID or whatever, but they're coming into port after being at the sea for a long time, and that's what they want. You can't. It's like being like a truck driver. It's just you're working so hard, you can't see your family, you can't see your girlfriend, you're lonely. You know what I'm saying? You in some random place in the world, you probably don't speak the same language. So a lot of places historically, they knew that, and they didn't really want these guys running around this city acting crazy. So historically, the red light districts were by the ports. In the old cities now, the red lights are closer to the ports just because easy access for the sailors. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. I did not know that. I really did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you said you've been traveling so you've been traveling for 20 years. So what would you say is three things that you learned about traveling that's good, and then the next question to that are three things that are potential watchouts.
The good thing about traveling, it just opens up your mind. Like, because I remember my first experience, I was on a ship. We went to Recife, Brazil. And this was my first time going to Brazil. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know what to think of it. And I got to Recife, Brazil, and I just like over like 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. And I saw all these high buildings. Look like New York City. And I'm like, man, it's this city I never heard of. I never thought of in my life. Looks like New York City. And that's when I realized that I don't know shit. Excuse me, I don't want to curse you a lot, but that's when I realized I don't know nothing.
It's all good. Yeah.
Okay. That's when I realized I didn't know nothing. Like the more you travel, it opens your mind and it makes you realize how big the world is and how like small you are and how much you can never stop learning. It's just so much more and more to learn. And that's like the positive. One of my like yeah. And on negative, I realized how closed-minded people are in America. Because I remember when I first started traveling, it wasn't really popular to travel. It wasn't popular at all. It wasn't people like, why are you always overseas? Even when I was on vacation, like, why are you always overseas? Why people didn't really understand, and people kind of closed minded. And just recently, I say during COVID time and when the passport bro movement stopped, I mean, I seen like a complete shift like in the culture and towards Africa. I saw the shift happen with that year return in Ghana. But besides that, like people in America were real closed minded, like 10 years ago, especially 5 years ago. They started changing. The last 2 years, it changed drastically. But yeah, it was like a lot of people in the U.S. were really closed minded traveling.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And one of the things that you said I completely agree with was when you said that when you traveled outside of the United States, you realize how much you don't know, right? Like with Brazil, like typically like we're seeing like, people like in the jungles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So to actually see like that it's modernized, right? So
Yeah.
I'll tell you something really, really quick, and then I'll get back into ask you some questions. So I remember when I was telling my people when I first went to Medellin, Colombia, and they were like, "Oh man, like no, it's crazy out there. You're gonna get kidnapped and people go try to steal like your kidneys and stuff." I'm like, "What? I'm like, what's going on?" And so I get over there. I'm taking pictures, videos, and they're like, "Wow, this is modern. It looks like you were in New York." I'm like, "Yeah." Like things are modernized, and we are ignorant. And I think that what it is that society tries to sell us on that, so we don't go to these places, right? And they want to keep us in the United States. So it's just very interesting that you would say that, because like I have the same sentiment as you. When I travel, it's like, oh man, like I found out how much I don't know. So very interesting. Yeah, definitely very interesting in that regard. What would you say is out of all of your places to travel, your least favorite place to travel?
My least favorite?
Yeah. Which place did you like the least, and why?
That's a tough question because I try to find good and everything. I'm saying my least favorite place I've ever been to, I would say would have to be a tie between I didn't like Morocco and I didn't like Chile.
Really?
I didn't like Chile. I forgot, you know what? And I was on the ship working though, so I didn't really have like put in context. It wasn't a vacation. It was me on the ship working, and you work for 8 hours. They get the whole night off in town, like 2 days in port. So I don't like Morocco because it felt so much like the Middle East, but it wasn't the Middle East. It was like Dubai. It was like Dubai without the oil money. It was like Dubai without the whole hotels and tourist activities. So I mean, it was cool culturally, but I just felt like when I'm in Africa, I want to see Africa. But when I was in Morocco, it felt like the Middle East. That's why I don't like Morocco. And Chile was too reserved. Like when I noticed in Argentina and Chile, in that part of South America, is really laid back. It's not like the crazy Brazil, Colombia, DR type energy. Is super laid back. And Chile was like super laid back. It was like really laid back. It was like almost like, yeah, and it was like it wasn't that much available women or anything like that. And it was just like it was super. I can't remember what city I went to in Chile. I just remember it being like super chill, like too laid back for me. Like I couldn't find no action to get into. So yeah.
Yeah, so I hear that Santiago, Chile is where to go. Like if you're trying to like go out, have fun, and if you're trying to meet like a good quality woman, that's where you would want to go. I've heard mixed things about Argentina. Some people really like Argentina. Some people say, yeah, it's okay, but it's not necessarily like a place where like I would frequent. So I've heard mixed things about Argentina though.
Yeah. I wouldn't Argentina for me too. It wasn't for me because it was like you're in Latin America, but they look they don't look Latin. They look more like white.
Oh,
and
like
they
European.
They look European. You look European, and it and it wasn't nothing crazy. It was more laid back. I'm like, I've been to Europe before. If I want to go to Europe, I'll go to Europe. I don't want when I'm in when I'm in Latin America, I want people to look Latin for me personally. So if I want to be around, if I want white girls, I'll go to Europe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go to, so that's me. Even if I like Morocco, I don't like countries that feel like other countries. It feels like the Middle East when I'm in like Morocco. So I'm like, if I want to go to Middle East, I'll go to Dubai. I'll go to Bahrain, Abu Dhabi. I've been to all those places, had a great time. So I'm in Africa. I want to be in Africa.
Okay, yeah. So speaking of Africa, you've pretty much been around that continent, like the continent fairly well. Would you say?
Yeah, I went to Ivory Coast. I've been to Ghana. I've been to Morocco, Egypt briefly, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania. I'm going to Rwanda next month, and I've been to South Africa. I love South Africa. That's my number 2 in Africa, so after Kenya.
Okay, all right, perfect. So you're leading me on to my next question. So Kenya is your number 1 place to go in Africa, and why is that?
So the reason Kenya is my number 1 in Africa, because Kenya, it's like in Africa, is certain countries that have pros and cons in different areas. Like some dudes just want what country where the prettiest women at, where you see the most pretty women, Rwanda. But there's no nightlife out there. Kenya is like, it scores like 7 and 8 in all the categories. Ubers are cheap here. You have real good housing here. The cost of living is affordable here. Kenya and South Africa are the only place in Africa where I met like real local friends. Most of the time, you go to like Latin countries, you meet like homeboys. They all want to leech off you, or they want this, or they want that from you. They're not your real friends. In Kenya, Nairobi, I have real local homeboys. They'd be like, hey, come to the graduation party with me. Or come here with me. Or I'm having a gathering at my house. Or so I have like real local homeboys. I don't have to, I choose to hang out with dudes. When they come here, I show dudes around, but I don't have to. I have real Kenyan people out here. And the women, their personalities, what I like. Because I mean, all around you can find cute chicks in Kenya, but other places you can find a lot more pretty chicks. Like, I mean, it's pretty chicks here, but other countries, you can find better chicks a lot more. I'll say it like that. But for me, the personality of the women, they remind me of a lot of my homegirls I met in college. They have like a sense of humor. They drink with you. They're like funny as shit. When I'm in Kenya, I don't have to leave my apartment to have a real good time. Like I get a bottle of liquor and my chick, we can fucking have a blast. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to leave my apartment because like their personality, like compared to places like Ghana wasn't for me, because just to me they're like the personality just really like dry. You know what I'm saying? So and then Ubering, they got the M-Pesa system, how you pay for stuff. It's so easy. It's like the transactional stuff, the housing, the personality, the women. I have local friends, and the reason why I beat South Africa, because South Africa my number 2, is the danger element. Don't get me wrong, South Africa got the baddies, and they super thick. The only place I can compete with countries in like South America is South Africa. Can literally compete. Like they got the baddies walking around all day long, like Latin countries. Thick too, you know what I'm saying? But it's the danger element. The danger element is why I prefer Kenya to live, because it's more safer here. Even though you see all the stuff on the news, Kenyans it's like gun violence is rare that people have guns out here. And yeah, man, it's pretty peaceful. And they may talk a little shit sometimes, but stuff rarely happens out here. People really fight out here. It's like minimum. Just like this is like random in a big city, just random same stuff, pickpockets, all that stuff. But beside that, it's pretty safe.
Okay, so essentially you're pretty much just talking about like petty crime, but like nothing major happens, like stabbing, shootings, or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, it's rare.
Yeah, I got you. So let's talk about it like from the economic standpoint, and then I'll get into like the dating and relationship standpoint. So
right.
you mentioned housing, right? So for let's say, like for a three bedroom apartment, maybe a two bedroom apartment. So what's like the average price that you're looking at over there?
For a two-bedroom apartment, well, I wouldn't say there's an average price. It depends where you want to be at. So if you're in the outskirts, you can get a nice two-bedroom for around $400 on the outskirts. That means
Okay.
like you're in Nairobi, but like 20 minutes outside Nairobi.
Okay. So like let's say like so 400 and that's 400 a month, right?
Yeah.
Now does that include like all utilities, or do you have to pay like utilities and other things on top of it?
Yeah. The utilities gonna cost you a little bit too. It adds up. Utilities gonna be. That's not what utilities at all. It's gonna be It's gonna be an extra 200 with utilities, an extra 300 with everything included. But that's just in the outskirts. Now, the closer if you go to like Kilimani, it may be a little bit higher. It may be like 500 a month, or like if you want the Westlands, it might be a little bit higher too. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends where you're at too. So, but utilities you're gonna pay a little bit more in utilities, and so it's still affordable for us.
All right.
But for the locals, they don't get paid well out here. So that's all the riots going on out there, because the cost of living is going up for them, but they don't get paid well. So it's for them it's going up, but for us it's still cheap though.
I got you. So is it safe to say from the outskirts of the city, you're looking at anywhere from, and this is with utilities included, you're looking at about, let's say 600-700, and then if you're in the heart of the city, maybe about 800 to 900. And I'm talking about with all utilities included. You're in the heart of the city. You want to live like, high rise. You're comfortable. Everything is near you, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know.
And I'm actually buying an apartment right now, and I got a deal on it. I could pay like 50, the low 50s for a one bedroom apartment in the nicest area, the Westlands. But how you do it here, you buy while they're building it, so it's gonna be ready in like 2.5 years. So what I paid for it, the value already went up already.
Okay.
So it's like when you buy a property here, you buy from the developer while they're building it, so it's no interest. You just have to pay off the whole amount before it's complete.
Okay.
So you put down like 10%, and they like divide it up, so you pay everything off. We might have a 2-year plan or a 3-year plan, but whatever it is, the time is, so you pay it off. So when it's ready, it's already paid for.
Okay. So that's great to know. So you purchased the property while it's being built, and then it appreciates in value. So what's the minimum amount that you can put down on it? Is it 10%?
Yeah, it's 10% or 20%. 10%, I believe. Yeah, 10% is the minimum you can put down on it. But every developer, they have their own rules. But the whole goal is just to have it paid off before it's built, and that's between 2 to 3 years. And they're pretty flexible with foreigners. I have a good realtor. Anybody want to hit me up? You can buy a property. You don't even have to be here. And I have a lawyer too. But for them, their whole
that's good to know.
But their whole goal is for you to have it paid off before it's built. So in 2 to 3 years, they want it paid off. So it's a $50,000 home, $100,000 home. We prepared that you got to be able to pay it off in 2 to 3 years. So you can work out a payment plan, and they're flexible with foreigners too.
Yeah, no, that's definitely very good to know, because in Colombia you got to put at least 30%. You got to put at least 30%, and then you got to pay it off. Within that year.
All right. Yeah. All right.
So each country has like kind of like their own, has like their own rules and stuff like that. So that's good to know. So at least there's a timeline. So if you get something, let's say 100K, right? And so you put, let's say 20%. So you put 20K down, you still have about 2 to 3 years to pay the rest of that 80K. So
yeah.
Yeah, so that's good to know. That's good to know because timeline is important, right? Especially for people who want to make sure that they're balancing that they're balancing their money, right? You know what I mean? So that's good to know.
Yeah, and I hear I got my place for $50K, but there's some you can get you a decent 1 bedroom out here for around $30K. 30
Okay.
on the outskirts. You can get off like 35. There's some reasonable apartments, 1 bedrooms for like 30, 35. For the people just on a smaller budget or whatever, just want something. This let you know it's possible.
Okay, I got you. Now, now when it comes to like the amenities, so what type of amenity? Man, I can't even talk. Amenities that your place has.
It's modern. It's all you think of. It has a balcony.
Okay.
It doesn't come with the furniture or refrigerator, but everything you want, you can get in Nairobi. Nairobi's a pretty modern city, even compared to West Africa. It's expensive. It's really expensive, and it's not developed. Like you go to Ghana, it's dirt roads. It's still underdeveloped. The only place that's more developed than Kenya I've been to in Africa is South Africa. South Africa is a real city. It's like you look like you in the U.S. You look like you on South Beach and like in Durban. Joburg could be D.C. You know, so besides South Africa, Kenya is the most developed. So anything you want, you can get, and you can pay a carpenter to get things done really quick. They got a lot of carpenters out here too. If you want like a glass shower, I think it comes with a glass shower. But if you want anything new to add to it, you can pay a carpenter to make it or do it for you.
Okay.
So you can freak it out how you want, you know.
Okay, so that's good to know. So with Kenya, you could add like the upgrades, you know, as needed. Okay, all right, cool. Let me get to some of these comments, and then I'm going to transition into more of the dating aspect.
All right, no problem. Right back.
Shout out to my man QB Passport Flexing. Says Kings is in the building. Shout out to QB Passport Flexing. Please make sure that you do subscribe to QB Passport Flexing. Definitely talks about dating, relationships, travel, of course, and definitely focuses on Mexico. So check him out. I think he just dropped the video about Guadalajara, Mexico, man. So definitely check him out. My man Wes is in the building. Says Poppy Rico is in the house. Shout out my brother Wes, man, brother from another. Okay. Tony Africa says good night, family. What's good, man? Thank you for checking in. Definitely thank you for checking in. I appreciate you for being here. Let's see here. KND, my man Jay Quest. Hey, Jay Quest, I actually just did a Patreon with Jake Asman. So after you finish watching this, definitely make sure that you check it out. Culture Invasion Podcast says, greetings from the Caribbean. Salute, cousin, Kings and Dreams. Thank you so much. Omar Suarez, salute, Kings. I'm in Ethiopia right now, in the house. Hey, have you been to Ethiopia? Because I don't think you mentioned that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I'm in Ethiopia. Yeah,
you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. GMT. Yeah. What you got to do, like whenever like you have like a moment, you got to write all the countries that you've been to, and you know, and just remember, because I think you probably been to like 30 countries and you don't even know.
I remember. Ethiopia was the first country I went to in Africa.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was my first vacation. That was my first like real vacation after was Ethiopia.
Nice. Chat friends, please like the button. Yes, actually, please definitely make sure that you like the button. Also, subscribe to my guest GMT Travels. Troy Williams says, is South Africa safe to travel?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. In South Africa, regular city rules apply. Regular city. The way you move in America, that's how you move in South Africa. It's cool. Don't wear jewelry. When you walking around at nighttime, don't wear jewelry. But in the club, it's just like America. They going hard. They popping bottles. They flex. And you can in the clubs, you can bring your A game in the nightclubs in South Africa. But don't be walking around with jewelry in Johannesburg. Don't be in the CBD at nighttime unless you're in Mabune or the strip club. Don't with the strip club, you have to take the taxi. Don't try to walk, get an Uber because they're gonna rob you. So it's regular city rules apply in South Africa. But they like Americans. You get 1 point for being American in South Africa. But besides that, it's a regular city. It's just like you going to DC. It's like you going to Atlanta. It's the big boy league, but your money's just worth more.
So wait, okay, so you said don't try to walk. Wait, what'd you say about the Uber?
And also in Johannesburg, it's these it's like it's what's called Summit. It's another one. It's strip clubs. It's two of them, but they're like brothels. But they're like an American style strip club. They're a brothel, and everybody goes there. It's packed, like 30, 40 girls. But you can Uber there. But when you leave, you have to take a taxi. They're gonna rip you off, but you can't. You gotta take it. If you try to walk and get an Uber, they're gonna rob you. It's like the mafia controls it.
Oh,
the mafia.
Okay.
So it's like when you're in the club, you're safe. You don't have no problems. But you can Uber there. The Ubers be afraid to like turn a corner. So they'll drop you off in the corner. You can walk in. But I tried, and people tried, and people failed. There's no way you can Uber from those strip clubs in Johannesburg. It's no way. They got people that are just on corners just to rob you if you try to Uber. But it's mafia. It's not random. It's controlled. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got the stick up boys out there.
Johannesburg is a real city, bro. It's a real city. But it's cool though. It's like if you want to go to Atlanta, but like you can't afford Atlanta, and you want to go to Atlanta, but you hitting the chicks, and you know what I'm saying? It's like Joburg. Like Joburg is it's cool. It's just like America. So if you want to do that's anti-America, don't go to South Africa. But if you kind of good in America, you want to try something better, your money worth more, South Africa's for you.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I need more information on Tanzania. Where are all of the hot spots for nightclubs?
All right. So in Dar es Salaam, it's a main area. I've got the name of it, but it's by Elements, Samaki, and it's another Wakibe on the beach, whatever. But it's like a one area. And during the daytime it's quiet, during the week it's quiet. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you think you in the Muslim Sasua. There's that many pros everywhere. They're in the clubs, they're walking up the street, and they cute, they thick, bro. So if you're going to Dar es Salaam, just make sure you're in that one area by Elements and Samaki. Google it, get your Airbnb right there on the weekend. That's all you need.
All right. Let's see. Davey says, you're welcome to motherland. Oh, you're welcome to the motherland, Kenya. Okay.
I love Kenya, man. They do say I love Kenya.
Okay. And Joburg is the nightlife speed. Hold on, what? Okay, Joburg
spread
is
out.
the nightlife. Oh, spread out on one trip.
On one script. Oh no, it's not one script. Joburg is a regular city, so it's some scripts of clubs in Rosebank. My favorite part of Johannesburg is Rosebank because it's an upscale mall. It's like Midtown. You can walk. It's safe. You got the mall, Rosebank Mall. You got two clubs here. A few of the restaurants turn to clubs. And it's like a safe area you can walk. Sandton, you can't really walk. You got an Uber everywhere. CBD, Mabune, you can, as long as you're in Mabune, you're safe. You can walk on the strip of clubs in Mabune. But once you leave out of Mabune, you can feel it danger in the CBD. At nighttime, do not be in the CBD at nighttime. Do not be in the CBD. You will get robbed. But Mabune is safe, the club at nighttime. So it's pockets of places you can party at Joburg, but it's most time you have to Uber here. It's a regular city, and different sides of town are completely different in Joburg.
You know, so I heard about like Joe, was it? No, it was Durban. Yeah, so
Yeah.
or maybe it was Joburg, but I heard like one of them where it's like you'll be like in a really like upscale nice area, and then like 2 blocks, like it's the hood. So
Yeah, I think that might be Durban. Joburg is they're not that close to each other. The south is hood and Joburg, the north is nice. I'm talking like super nice. You
okay.
think you in the in Joburg, the north side of town, you think in a world class city, like nice suburbs, nice malls. You think you in DC or something, or Atlanta or something. But the south looks like Baltimore. But they're probably talking about Durban. That's how Durban is. Durban, it goes from nice to not nice real quick.
Okay.
And I mean,
okay.
I'm talking about really, really nice to really, really not nice.
Gotcha. All right, thank you all for the comments, super chats. Dude, definitely jump the line. Shout out to my man Jamie Woods. Says shout out to KND and the guest. Yes, man, definitely.
Appreciate it.
Guys, make sure that you do subscribe to my man GMT Travels. Hold on, let me see. Get back to this comment. Oh, hold on. I think it's this one. Nope. My bad, guys. Oh, okay. GMT. Do are the strippers fully
See, y'all gotta understand. You understand. I mean, I'm a strip club dude in America, and when strippers get naked, that's more of an American thing. You know what I'm saying? Because out here, most of the strip clubs are brothels, so dudes not really throwing money. Dudes may buy a ticket, drink, and go smash her in the back room. So the only strip club that's really lit out here is ex-millionaires, and I don't really think they get naked out here. But they have ex-millionaires, they have Lido's, and they have 207 Lounge, which is really like a brothel. So ex-millionaires only like the real club, strip club. But dudes aren't throwing money in these places. You may have some Nigerians that like to show off here and there, but like it's not really like a make it rain culture. Most of the strip clubs, even in Joburg, they're really brothels. Even I met some Americans in the strip club in Joburg, and I was like, and I'm like, you notice a brothel, right? They're like, what? Because it looks like American strip club. I mean, like they're walking around and look the exact same, so they didn't even know it was a brothel. I'm like, yeah, you pay, you go up the elevator, and they're like, what? They're serious? Like, yeah. He didn't even believe me. He had to talk to the girl. He didn't even believe me. He was in the strip club. He thought it was he didn't know it was brothel. So that make it rain culture is not out here. Most of the strip clubs in Africa are brothels, but in Kenya, ex-millionaires is the closest thing, and nobody don't get naked.
I got you. All right, so this is the last comment before I get to my dating segment. All right, so what was Ethiopia like?
So for me, I used to go to the Middle East a lot, and I used to go to Dubai a lot, and that's what made me go to Africa. And I met a lot of Ethiopians. So originally, Ethiopia was my first love in Africa. Originally, so Ethiopia is really, really conservative. It's cool, and I think in going to Africa, it was between Ethiopia and Ivory Coast that it feels like a different world, a different planet. They got their own shit going on. Like they dress the way they dress. You hear Ethiopian music everywhere you go at. They got these 3-4 songs you hear everywhere, and the girls are really beautiful. And it's like Ethiopian women is like there's no in between. You're either gonna put in some work, or she's a hardcore pro. It's no, and so but the culture experience is like culture experience in Africa. It's a tie between Ethiopia and Ivory Coast, like just culture, not women, anything else, just culture. So like culture experience, when you go to Ethiopia, you're gonna feel like I'm in Ethiopia. They're playing their music everywhere. You can hear it. They dress the certain way they look. So I really enjoyed it. But if you want to go for like some culture experience, I recommend Ethiopia.
Okay, I got you. And so this is gonna lead me to my dating segment. Guys, I will definitely get back to your comments once we finish. But the topic of the night is dating in Africa. You know, that's the topic, right? Dating in Africa, right? So you know, you've been around all of these countries. And so what would you say is like your the difference between dating women in these countries and then also dating women in the United States?
Well, I would say the biggest difference is I feel like in Africa in general,
Yeah.
I feel like in America it's just more of one type of woman. In Africa, I think you can find everything out here. Like, it's some submissive, depends on the country. Some countries it's more submissive women. Some countries it's the more women that work in between women. Some countries you got more to like feminists. But personally, just to be honest, in Africa you can find everything. So and like in Kenyan women, to me, a lot of dudes love Kenyan women because they remind you of American women. Like they're smart. They can hold a good conversation with you, but she's willing to cook for you. So you're like, what? So it's kind of it's like what you're used. It's kind of what you're used to because it's like it's so familiar. It's like not like going to like a different country. Like you go to like a Latin country or Asia, and it's just a different culture completely. When you meet a Kenyan chick, she reminds you of an American chick.
Really?
Like she can hold a conversation with you. She's smart, easygoing, but I feel like they're just more they're more like they're easier to get on your program. If you know what I'm saying, if you're taking care of them, they'll get on your program. They like this. I feel like they're just. I feel like they're Western women. They got Western women in them, but they're traditional too. So in Africa, you can find anything you want, and they're really good wives and girlfriends, and yeah, it's whatever you want here. That's what I get the most out of Africa. Just everything, something for everybody.
So did I hear feminist in the continent of Africa? Where is that? Where is that? Because I don't want to go there.
And guess what? And that's why I kind of prefer Kenya over South Africa, because I mean in South Africa, but it's not really heavy, but it's definitely here. It's definitely here, but it's not heavy though. It's not like America. Girls still cook for you, they still listen to you, but then you still got the club girls that just on that tip. So it's like, but I feel like globally it's everywhere now. It's just
yeah.
But you can find in Africa, you can leave the big cities and go to the countryside and get you a good girl. The girls in the city are a little more fast, so they're gonna have those bad qualities too,
Mm-hmm.
So everything's here. You can find everything here. I don't want to say there's no Western women here. There's some they are, but there's submissive women here too. Like my girlfriend, she cooks for me. If I say I want to eat this, she gonna make it for me. If I don't want this, she gonna do it for me. She knows I want to go out party for a few days and I'll come back. She's okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like Kenyan women, to me, what I love them the most is they're the most open-minded to everything.
Mm.
So you can make you can talk to your Kenyan chick and make a deal with her on the lifestyle you want. You're like, this is what I want. We can do this. I'm gonna take care of you. Woo, and she'll agree to it, and that's just what it is. And I think in a lot of other countries, everybody who I know has a girlfriend in Colombia, it's just if you got either it's no alternative lifestyles when you got a girlfriend in Colombia. Either you got one girlfriend, either you with her, or you just playing around. I never seen a dude that can do what dudes do in Africa. I can have a real girlfriend out here and still play half the week. And my girlfriend is watching this YouTube right now, and she's cool. She understands what's going on. And as long as I do what I'm supposed to do, she's happy.
Yeah, I would say for the most part that's pretty much true, right? So in Kenya, having poly relationships seems to be pretty much like the norm. One of our good people, he actually has a poly relationship.
I know you're talking about,
yeah. So like, is it normal to see like a man walking around with two women?
No.
So it's not normal.
You don't see that. You don't see it in Kenya. You don't see it like that. But I would just say, Kenyan women are just open-minded, and they're like,
okay.
And that's the beauty of Kenya. That's why like you see a lot of white dudes and girls here. Like Kenyan women are just open-minded and they're smart. And the thing about Kenya, see, in South Africa, the cost of living is really, really cheap, but they get paid well out there. So the date dynamics is different in South Africa. In Kenya, they don't really get paid well here. And for them, the cost of living is high. So you can come to a professional chick, a smart chick, a chick with you in the US, you be like, you're a professional, but you don't get paid nothing here. You can come to a chick in Kenya and make a deal with her. Like, listen, I'm gonna do this for you, and you do this, and we cool. And I'm gonna make sure you don't want nothing on this, and you take care of your bills here. I pay you. And the white boys, that's all they do out here. The white boys, they be wiping up all the chicks and keeping them at home and stuff. And they got to ask permission to go to the club and stuff. So I would say Kenyan women are just open-minded, and if you make a deal with them, they'll really honor it. I feel like dudes go to Latin countries and they try to do it, but the girls, as soon as they leave, they're messing around and doing this, doing that. I feel like here, the girls really honored the deal. Like if you want two girls, and you make a deal with, I want you and you, I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna pay for this, and I'm gonna do this, and you agree, y'all three agree to it, they're gonna honor it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about Kenya. They're open-minded, and they'll really honor whatever agreement you come up with, whatever lifestyle you want with her.
Okay, that's interesting to know. So, what would you say outside of Kenya? I assume Kenya is your favorite place to date, correct?
Yeah.
So what would you say is like the most challenging place for you?
Where at? What you mean? What like aspect?
Oh, so like you were saying, like how the Kenyan women are more like, understanding, they're smart, they're open-minded, right? So where would you say, like, where you kind of ran into like some challenges and you're like, man, I don't really think this is gonna work for me?
So in Africa, I'm keeping it in Africa.
Yeah. No, we're strictly talking Africa.
All right. Ethiopian women were too traditional for me. They're not going to get on your program in Ethiopia. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but they're like Colombian women. You can get a Colombian girlfriend, but I mean, you won't have to, you know what I'm saying? She's not going to fucking be going along with all the shit you want to do over here, you know what I'm saying? That's Ethiopian women are. You get an Ethiopian girlfriend, but you have to learn about Ethiopia. You have to learn their cultures and values. You're going to have to play ball, and you have to get on their program a little bit more if you get an Ethiopian girlfriend. And in other place in Africa, it was Ivory Coast.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Ivory Coast, if they spoke English and didn't cost so much, I think dudes would love Ivory Coast just as much as Latin America. They so pretty, they so swaggy, the way they dress, but that language barrier is real. That French is not like Spanish, because I don't know Spanish, but I can kind of dip and dab in Spanish. I can get my point across a little bit. That French, woo, man, that French is so hard to understand. It's not like another. When I left Ivory Coast, I got happy to hear other people speak English. That French is something serious, but they pretty, and then like they have that Latin flavor too. I don't know why, because it's French. Because in Ghana they were more conservative. They wore like traditional clothes, but they like covered up a lot. In Ivory Coast, they showing everything. They're more like lively, they're more like free-spirited, but that language barrier is so hard in Ivory Coast. You gotta speak French. So in Africa, I would say Ivory Coast and Ethiopia, because the culture in Ethiopia, because like they're pretty, but you want to talk to Ethiopian girl, you got to bring the real. You can't be playing around. It ain't no in between. Like I'm just dating and I'm hit you a few times and playing around, and nah, you're gonna get you a real girlfriend or it's gonna be pros. It's like it's no in between. Like Kenya is like the king of in between in Africa. It's a lot of in between out here.
I got you. Okay, so if a guy, if a guy is looking for, he's looking for a wife, you would recommend Ethiopia.
Yeah, but I feel like in Africa you can get a wife in any country, because a lot of these places, even in Kenya, when you leave off the party scene in Nairobi, there's a lot of fast girls in Nairobi in the party scene. But if you go like the outside of Nairobi, they're more traditional, they're cool, but for girl, but I would say Ethiopia is good for girlfriend. Uganda too, Rwanda. Just you can find a good girlfriend anywhere here, but Ethiopia. But if I would say go there for culture and a real girlfriend, not be playing around, and you'll be all right. You enjoy it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So what would you say? What would you say would be the best dating advice for a guy going to Africa? You know, he's going to all these different countries. Morocco, Egypt, Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, Kenya. I mean, I don't want to go through your whole list because you've been through pretty much like the whole continent. Oh, one more question. Have you been to Cape Verde?
No, I never been to Cape Verde.
Okay. But yeah, so what piece of advice would you give to a guy who's looking to date in the continent of Africa? What's some good advice?
The best advice I can give you in Africa: pipeline. Because you gotta understand, this ain't Cartagena, Colombia. This ain't Sasua. You're not just. I mean, some dudes can show up right away and make things happen, but this is a regular city. These regular cities. They're not like cities not built on foreigners coming here mongering and partying. You know what I'm saying? It's a regular city. Even though it's easier for us, it's a regular city. So I would say pipeline so you can hit the ground running. And then once you get, see what's going on, then you can, meet chicks in restaurants and clubs and everything. Once you see everything going. But for me personally, I hate going to a place and like I feel like I don't have nothing going on here. I don't know where to go at. I don't know no chicks. I don't know nobody. So for Africa, I would say pipeline, because we come to Africa, these cities aren't set up for your easy wins like Sasua and Cartagena, except for Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. They had that script. That's that main script. That's everything's right there for you. But that only jumps on the weekend. So a lot of these cities are set up as normal cities. But once you actually, I got a friend who's here right now. His first time here, he was a vet. He was retired in Sasua. He lived in Sasua for like 10 years. He was in Ghana for like 2 years. Now he's here first time here. He's having the time of his life. He said, man, since I'm in Africa, I don't pay for nothing in Africa. He's dating, he's like 50 years old. And he got girlfriend after girlfriend out here. He's having the best time of his life. He just got it. He was there for like 2 weeks now. So yeah, man, but pipeline, but he pipelines though, you know what I'm saying? So pipelining. In Africa, it's almost mandatory. Like places like Rwanda, I'm going in next month. Women are drop dead gorgeous out there. But if you think you're just gonna show up there on a Wednesday without pipelining and have anything going on, you're gonna be like, I'm ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because there'll be nothing going on, you know what I'm saying? So pipeline is mandatory in Africa.
What's the best way to pipeline?
I would say dating apps, Bumble, Tinder, Page, change your location, get a feel for it. And yeah, that's what I'll do. Dating apps.
Okay. So what about like because some people use like you mentioned Colombia, right? Like some people don't use dating apps. Like they'll use like Facebook, Instagram.
Oh, I forgot. So you said that. I know friends who use Facebook and Instagram too. Yep, it works. I feel like a little more trickier. You have to kind of know how to do that, because I know some dudes can do it, and me personally, I still don't know how to do it. But I know of guys that use Facebook, and I know of guys that use Instagram too. So I know it's possible. So I would say if you know how to pipeline on Instagram and Facebook, use it. But if you don't know anything, dating has to be easiest. But if you already know how to do it on Facebook and Instagram, sure.
Okay, so it's safe to say, like, you could use Facebook, Instagram, and multiple dating apps, but just like kind of use a mix of everything. So this way, essentially, what you're doing is you're building up a rapport with multiple women, so like once you get down there, you have multiple dates set up, and then you can just kind of go from there.
Yeah, and just be aware in Africa, the pretty women are not going to be on the online anyway. So the pipelining is just so when you get here, you're not alone and you hit the ground running. But the dudes who want a higher quality of woman, you're gonna have to meet them on ground zero in Africa because the baddies are not really online like that. You can catch them here and there. Don't get me wrong, but the real like bad chicks in Africa, you have to meet them on ground zero, face to face.
That's interesting. I wonder why they're not online. Is it because like typically like they already like are in a relationship or they just don't believe in using social media apps?
But you understand. I feel like in Latin America, Colombia, DR, it's a lot of foreigners coming down there every weekend with money that's on dating apps to meet them. You know, so they're like here. It's Nigerians in the club. Even in Kenya, it's Nigerians in the club that's over. They're the weekend warriors of Africa, Nigerians. They're the weekend warriors of Africa. They overspend. You got the white boys in the club that want the girls. So, and Nairobi is a lit city. Yeah. So it's more money. So these girls got a little bit of options in the club. Like it's a little movers and shakers out here too now. So like the pretty chicks in Africa are like everybody like red bones. You know, places like Latin America. You know, it's a lot of them. But here, the tall chicks, the red bones, the swaggy chicks. I mean, it's dudes that want them. So they're like regular city chicks. They're not just waiting around on social media to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So you can catch them here and there. But the bad ones, you're not gonna really see them on social media like that. I mean, not on social media. I mean, on like dating apps. I mean,
I see what you're saying. So you're not really gonna catch like a 9 or a 10 on Bumble or Tinder, but you may catch like a 6 or a 7 on there.
Yeah, but you can catch a 9 here and there, but it's gonna be
it's few and far between. I got you.
Exactly. Yeah,
I got you. Okay, and what would you say like for guys, like what's a potential watch out, right? Because I've heard that.
What you heard?
Huh?
I say what you heard.
So I've heard that like the women in Kenya like they need a handout for their cooperation. They need money for cooperation.
So which is true. I say that. A lot of dudes say that, and they're not lying. So let me help dudes understand, because I think a lot of dudes come with the American mentality. I want to let them know how it really is out here. So in Kenya, the cost of living for them is super high. If you want to go to the doctor office, like groceries, light bill, for them, it's like really, really high. And people, even girls who have jobs, like I met like a lawyer out here that don't get paid much. You know what I'm saying? So some chicks out here where you would think in America you would be straight, they don't really get paid well out here. Some people do, but a lot of people don't. So it's sort of like chicks that can't afford their lifestyle or kind of need help out here. So they kind of always in a situation where they kind of need help, but they can't afford their lifestyle like girls live in Atlanta or whatever. So it's like, but a lot of chicks, they'll comply. They're on your page. Like, if you look out for them, they'll kind of, it's like a sugar baby relationship. Some dudes, it's different. Some dudes want a real, like, girlfriend, but some dudes just want a Tuesday chick or Wednesday chick that you really like her. Sometimes you can just help her out and you can have no problems out here, So, but life is really hard out here. So a lot of Kenyan chicks, it's really like when I remember too about Ethiopia, it's just a really serious girl or like a real hardcore pro. In Kenya, it's a lot of in-between chicks out here. A lot of in-between chicks. So a lot of chicks rock with you, but she kind of wants something, but she really want to ask you for it. You know what I'm saying? So if you kind of chicks stay with you for 2-3 days, she don't have a job. So you gonna send her back home with nothing, or you gonna put her in a position to ask you for something, or you would just put something in her pocket and she gotta ask you, and she gonna really rock with you. She's like, I'm whatever you want me, I'm here for you. She will come, cook, clean, whatever you want. She'll go on a date with you. You get the whole GFE experience. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like some dudes act like they don't really. They see the pay for play thing is like black and white. But I feel like here you got to kind of open your mind. It's not really black and white. If she don't have a job and she's with you for 3-4 days, you gonna send her back home broke with nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna send her back home hungry because she don't have a job. You gotta realize if she with you for 3 days, she don't have a job. So you gotta kind of realize, like, you know, that she actually needed. Like and me being here long enough, some of these girls, it's comes across as like begging, but they really need it. And if they can depend on you, they'll really rock with you though. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. You can some chicks. I had a chick out here a while ago. I don't talk to her no more. She wouldn't ask for no money at all. But once in a while, she just hit me up like she need $30 or something for something. But she really needed it though. She wasn't like she was like this. She really needed it though at that time. That's all she would do. She would never like, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what you do out here because the cost of living for them is really high. So if you're not looking for a real girlfriend out here, you can have like a sugar baby relationship where you just help her out when she needs it. Some chicks want it more than less than others. So you get a chick that just want a little bit, but she gonna be on your. But she gonna come through and stay with you all night. She gonna cook for you. Y'all go out to eat. She gonna dress classy. You feel like you're in a relationship, and she gonna leave happy. And she gonna when you call her next week, she'll be happy too. So I feel like, so I think a lot of dudes, you know, I got a bunch of WhatsApp groups and a bunch of travel groups, and I realized a lot of white dudes are on this. A lot of black dudes, I'm realizing, they don't understand the sugar baby and the semi-pro like concept. They're just like non-pro or pro. Should I? If I'm paying her something, she's a hoe, a prostitute, or I'm saying a regular girl don't want nothing from me. She a regular, she a non-pro, she don't want nothing from me. All right, but sometimes you realize you're in a second world, third world country that some girls need help. They don't have government assistance helping them. The jobs don't pay nothing. So you know what I'm saying? So you got to help out. And that's what, and the men get respect here because they take care of the women. American women don't listen to us because we don't take care of them. They don't need us. Kenyan women, they kind of need men. So that's why they may act a little Western sometimes, but they still bow down if you take care of them because they need you. You know, so it just, I feel like dudes got to open their mind to semi-pros.
Understood. So in the countries that you've traveled to, like, how can you tell? Well, one, is it hard to tell between a pro and a non-pro, and if it's not, how are you able to tell? Like, can you just looking at them? Because you know, like, all right, because you know, like here in the States, for the most part, like, all right, like we can kind of tell. You know what I mean? For the most part.
Yeah. In Africa, it can get real like tricky. I mean, but a real pro and a real non-pro, yeah, I think you can tell the difference between a real pro. In Africa, you can kind of tell. They're gonna get to the point, a little more meaner. You can tell a real pro, but the semi-pros sometimes it's gonna be hard in the club. Sometimes in the club, the semi-pros and the pros, it's hard to tell the difference in Africa because they all blend in together. But you can kind of, after you hear long enough, you can tell. I feel like a first timer and maybe a little harder, but because out here, it's a big gray area. Like in Nairobi, the gray area is bigger than the pro and non-pro area. So for some dudes, it can be confusing because they're coming from Dominican Republic or Colombia with just like Colombia's either a prepaid or you got an old lady. Nairobi is one of the few places where like the middle ground may be larger than the pros and non-pros.
Yeah,
the middle ground.
Yeah, and I get that. I get that because it's mainly because of an economic standpoint. So okay, so like with Ethiopia, how? Because you said like it's either the woman is like she's traditional, ready to be wiped up, or she like, hey, I'm gonna need some bread if I'm hanging out with you. So how
Yeah.
are you able to tell that in Ethiopia?
Oh, Ethiopia is pretty easy. You'll be able to tell pretty easy Ethiopia because um you still have to get a feel for it, but like the pros, they'll probably be at a pro club or you see them outside. But the regular chicks, you'll be able to tell because they're doing normal stuff. They're going to happy hour. They're drinking with you. They're like want to spend time with you. She'll let you know. Like I haven't been in a while, but so it's kind of hard for me to be detailed on the difference. But I just know when I was there, it was kind of like it wasn't really a hard thing to tell in Ethiopia between the pros and non-pros because it wasn't. I didn't see a whole bunch of like in Kenya. You go to a club, it's one club like Gemini. You have the non-pros, the semi-pros, and the pros all in one club. You don't know who is who. In Ethiopia, you go to a club, you can tell it's like it's a regular club with regular girls and stuff. You can kind of see if a chick wants something, they'll be looking at you really hard and stuff. It's real like obvious Ethiopia on like the pros versus non-pros. When I was in Ethiopia, but that was a long time ago. But in Kenya, in a club, it can be a real gray area. But you can kind of tell if a group of chicks are like professional, they were a group of friends. If she's with a group of friends, they were like non-pros. Most regular girls hang in big groups. If she's in a big group, that's a flag that she's a regular girl. If she's in a big group, you know what I'm saying? Either professionals or college girls in big groups and stuff. If you see like girls sitting by the bar alone, the bar, if they by themselves, they look lost, or they by the bar, they could be pros or semi-pros. But in Africa, it can get real tricky for dudes who had that one track pro non-pro mind. Africa can get tricky for them sometimes. They'll be confused. They're like, why is he begging me? Because some of them will message you, then beg you later. And some dudes like, these girls keep begging me. They don't realize she's a semi-pro. She wants something from you, but she's not like, she's not in your face like she really wants something, but it's indirect. A lot of dudes see the begging, you supposed to know what's up. Like some dudes don't know what's up. So with the begging, they be like king girls begging. They don't realize that's a semi-pro. They really want something, but they don't want to be looked at. They don't want you to look at them in that way though. You know what I'm saying? They just want you to know that. They want you to know, look out for me, and I'm good. We good. You know what I'm saying? So once you get that, I call it the third eye in Africa. For some dudes they get it, some dudes don't get it, but you got your third eye here because there's a lot of in between out here.
I gotcha. Yeah, So what you're saying makes some sense. All right, let me get to some of these comments because we got a lot of comments.
All right.
Hold on. Let's see if I read this one. Oh, hold on. So okay, so this is where we at. I'm gonna wait till he comes back, and then we're gonna go through the comments. So when he gets back, we'll go through the comments, and then I have a couple of follow-up questions for him. So, oh, excuse me. So he'll be back in a minute, though, guys. But thank you all for watching. All, please do me a solid. Make sure that you do subscribe to GMT Travels, and also subscribe to Kings and Dreams. If you are new here, first-time watcher, definitely appreciate you checking me out. If you haven't subscribed to GMT, also subscribe to him too. So definitely appreciate you guys, man. And I hope that you guys are enjoying the show. Hope you guys are getting some good information here.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. So this comment here, right here. So it says, appreciate the advice, bro. And then the next one is Elements is located in is that Masaki? Is that how you say that?
Yep. He's right. Yep. Yeah, travel to, and he's the when it comes to Tanzania, he's the expert for Tanzania.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. Shout out to Tony Africa. Let's see here. Okay, so would you be better to date online or to meet a woman in the nightlife? What's your best bet? Essentially, that's what he's asking.
I would say online. 'Cause online you can meet girls that are not on the scene in the city. You got to realize this is a real city out here. So you meet these club girls, either in college, professional, or they live the fast life. So the club girls will be like a little bit more higher speed, but you might meet prettier chicks. You have a better chance to meet pretty chicks in the club, but you're meeting a faster chick, either the college, professional, or the fast girls. But on Tinder, you can meet a chick that's off the scene, that's not really doing too much. You know what I'm saying? It may be a little harder to find a pretty like the better quality. You can catch them and maybe a little bit harder, but you can meet like a chick that's off the scene a little bit more. So Tinder, yeah, pipeline.
Okay, cool. Let's see this one.
The strippers dance nude. no,
Oh, yeah, man, yeah, you've asked that already, bro. Shout out to Amin Black. Does Africa have more beautiful women than South America? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Ah, man.
All right. So it's beautiful women everywhere in Africa, but I would say like in South America, you see beautiful women walking around everywhere. In Africa, you catch them here and there, but I would say the only place that I would compete with Latin countries, as far as just seeing that I've been so far, seeing pretty chicks everywhere, I would say it's like South Africa, Tanzania, and maybe Ethiopia. That you see them everywhere. And Kenya, you see them, you see them too. You see them here and there, but it's not like they don't really the bad chicks. You're not seeing them walking around all day every day. Like you know how you in Colombia, DR, you see bad chicks everywhere.
Yep.
In Africa, it's not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to the public. It's not really like that. You know what I'm saying? But South Africa, you're gonna see them everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like dudes who want that level of bad chicks, you see them all day, every day. I would only South Africa. I would say can compete with Latin countries. South Africa can compete. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Travel Connection. What's up, fellas? What's going on, man?
One of my favorite YouTubers, Travel Connection. Check his channel out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Feminists until they are ready to marry.
Oh, yeah, they hit the wall, and the wall in Africa ain't like America. They hit the wall quick out here. You know, they had that little they want it, but they hit that wall in Africa. They ready to get humble real quick. Ain't no government assistance, ain't no feminism, don't got no back out there. So girls, they hit the wall, they calm down real quick out here.
What age is like the wall for them out there?
For me, for girls, I say different ages, but what I notice when life hits them more, because you see a lot of, you know, they got a big, like, a lot of college girls out here too, you know what I'm saying? So the college girls, they open-minded, they know, they flirt with both sides, traditional and feminism, some of them. But I think when life hits them, some girls that want to be, there's some traditional girls here too, but the girls that want to be feminists, when life hits them, when they got to work that job, they got to pay that rent, and I know a lot of pretty chicks out here who just, like, they like, I'm tired of working. I'm tired. A white boy will come through. Oh, no, I'm serious. A white boy will come through.
I know you're serious. That's why. No, I'm just laughing because
hey, a white boy will get a bad chick out here, pay $400 a month, pay all her bills. He said, "I'm good. I'm sitting home. I don't do nothing unless she asks him to go to the club. She asks him if she want to do something. She's sitting there. She sit home. She do stuff here and there, but she just let him take care of it. Like a lot of white boys, they be wifing the bad chicks up there like that in Kenya, bro. They just pay them $400. The girls, like, they work so hard, don't get paid nothing. They're pretty chicks be like, fuck this shit. They'll try to work. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna let somebody take care of me. And they just sit home and be a stay-at-home. They call it a girlfriend, stay-at-home girlfriend. That's what the white boys doing. It's rarely you see black dudes doing that, but that's what the white boys do.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Hitting the likes on both channels. Thank you so much, man. I
Get Trap
appreciate
20. Hey, you can give me get Trap 20, man. When it comes to Tanzania, he's the guy. He knows he can go way more deeper in Tanzania than me.
Yo, man. Yeah, man. Tap me in with him. All right. So I need to leave the Matrix so badly and move to Africa.
Bro, you gonna love it, bro.
Hey, man. It's
Oh, J Focus. My other favorite YouTuber, man. J Focus without Playboy.
Nice. That's what's up. Says, what's up, Gooch?
I think he's in Tanzania right now. I think J Focus in Tanzania right now.
Okay. Kenyan women in Tanzania, culture for women are pretty much the same.
All right. Yeah, I mean on a culture level, because even in Kenya, they have like culture here, the Swahili culture in the villages and stuff. But when they get to Nairobi, things change. It's like when girls from South Carolina go to Atlanta. You get it? So Nairobi is the Atlanta. So when the country girls come to Atlanta, they get fast and stuff. But you still can go to the country and get you a, you know what I'm saying, with Nairobi, and they'll be a little slower, a little more traditional. When they come to Nairobi, it's the party just don't stop in Nairobi. So some girls get caught up in a party life just like Atlanta.
I got you now. He said that you're right about Ethiopia. Super beautiful in the Ivory Coast.
I told you, they beautiful. I love. If it was cheaper, it would be my number one place. I told you, if it was cheaper, they spoke English, it would be my number one.
I got you. Kenyan and Tanzania women are the same. Okay, gotcha. That French.
but I love that French. You hear my Ivory Coast chicks talking that French shit. Oh man, look at that French swag. Oh man.
All right.
It being that's different language, yeah. Bien
fine. Not one girl I dated in the Ivory Coast spoke English. Okay. Damn, I speak French and I ain't never thought about going to the Ivory Coast. I need to check that out. Yeah. If you speak French,
bro, if I can speak French, I'll go back to Ivory Coast right now. Go. If you can speak French, go to Ivory Coast, bro. Zone 4. Stay in Zone 4. Hit me up for information if you need something. Yeah, man. I love Ivory Coast, but I can't speak French. That shit was hard.
I got you. So did you, were you able to go out on any dates out there at all, or not really?
Oh, an Ivory Coast thing about it. I ended up getting a Nigerian girlfriend, because the English speaking people are so far and few in between. It's like we like bond. So all the English speaking people were easy to make friends with in Ivory Coast, because their French is so like hardcore. If you speak English. So I had a drop dead gorgeous girlfriend in Ivory Coast. She was Nigerian, because we could speak English, we could talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, but yeah, man, it was. I forgot the question you asked. What you asked again?
So what I asked was, did you go out on any dates in the Ivory Coast? But you answered.
Oh yeah.
You answered the question.
Yeah. I found I got a date.
He's speaking facts. Ivory Coast do have pretty, and they love to dress. They love to dress and dance zouk. Boompa. Okay. Yeah. So I know. Yeah. So I know that. Yeah. So that's.
And then they got in Ivory Coast too. They you know how like South Africa, they mimic America. The South African girls look like American girls. Like they dress. The way they dress, swag, they look like American girls, like regular American girls. Ivory Coast, they mimic Paris. So they look like Paris girls. They got that Paris swag mixed with African swag. That shit's so fucking sexy, bro. I love it. But it's just too expensive, and I can't speak the language. That's it.
Oh, Ivory Coast is expensive.
Expensive, yeah. Expensive.
Okay. All right, peace, Kings and Dreams. Salute my G. Kings and Dreams is one of my favorite passport bros. Hey, man, I love, bro. I appreciate you, man. What are your thoughts on the Afro introductions.
That's a dating app. Well, honestly, when Afro inductions, I meet chicks on there, but I know what turned me off about Afro introductions in Ghana is a lot of scammers on there. But I haven't met a lot of chicks there. But the few chicks I met, I really like bonded with. I met a few chicks that I really like. We still cool, like we still friends, whatever. But Afro introductions, I don't meet a lot of chicks there. But the chicks I do meet, we kind of connect. But in Ghana, you gotta watch out because a lot of big profiles.
It's good to know. Okay, they're talking to each other.
All right. Scammers in Ghana. Yeah, there you go. Too much scammers in Ghana. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know.
Kenyan. Okay. Yeah, I never get used to it. Not sure what he's talking about. I wanted to hear GMT's take on it. Not sure.
All right, cool.
Not sure what that was about.
But Afro introductions, yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see Austin go back to Nairobi, Kenya.
Hey, yeah, I mean, we hung out. When Austin was here, man, we hung out. We had a blast, man. We had a blast. We made a few videos, but we fucking partied way more than we did videos. we made a few videos.
He told me y'all partied hard out there.
Yeah, we made a few videos. We fucking partied way hard and fucking videos.
Facts. In my opinion, there's no such thing as P4P in Africa. Just authentic human transactions.
Exactly. I understand semi-pros. You gotta understand semi-pros. Open your mind. Semi-pros.
Oh, hold on. Super Chats do jump the line. Let's see here. It's a party. It's a party in your mom's throat. Man, if you want to marry, do you have to pay a dowry?
I believe so. It depends. It depends. I think the more older a chick is and the more Western she is, the less you have to do it. But if you're getting like a virgin from the village, you gonna pay. Or you getting those like good girls, their family took care of, made them keep a good girl. So you're paying the family back for keeping her a good girl. So just know that's what the dowry is for. So like if you get more like a Western, if you get like more like an older chick, or she got one kid, or this is like damaged goods a little bit, you're not paying no dowry for a chick like that, or a chick that you know what I'm saying? Just she's kind of older. But if you got a chick that come from a real good family, nobody touched her yet, or the minimum touched her, she still got values, and she come from a real like good family, or you paying that dowry.
I got you. Miss Polly is here. She says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen." Thank you so much, Miss Polly.
Hey, how you doing?
It's good to know. Let's see. Oh, wait. No. I think I went too far up. Let's see where we are at. Oh, okay. I hear Rwanda got some submissive women as well.
Hey, watch my channel. I'll be there next month. And what I can tell you about Rwanda women, they're gorgeous. I don't want to say this too loud, but that might be the gem of Africa to get your wife at. They bad, bro. They tall, wide hips. They bad. They traditional. I say you better catch it before it get popular, bro. Catch you wifey or Rwanda chick before it get too popular, because they drop dead gorgeous, man. I saw one in the club last night. They tall, 6 foot, wide hips, make you something to eat. High yellow.
So Rwanda has a lot of tall women, huh?
Yeah. I can't, and that's my thing. Some dudes like light skin, some dudes like dark skin, some dudes like big booties. I love tall chicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I can't wait. Rwanda, they got something. I'm talking like, you pull up with her in America, bro. You gonna have to hold her hand tight, bro. They're gonna be, and they like the African girls. they have that. Like, they're classy. They dress classy, upscale too. Like so, like you had this chick that cooking for you and cleaning, but she dresses like a professional in America. You know what I'm saying? She dresses. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I can't wait. Yeah, Rwanda. Woo.
Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. Take care of your African women, fellas.
Of course, of course, of course.
The economy tough out there for the have-nots. That is a tough question. Let's see. Where are you at, Kings? I am in Massachusetts right now, but originally from Brooklyn, New York. New York is in the building. New York City.
Oh, there you go. I go there every summer. I got family in Brooklyn. I go there every summer. I'm from South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Every summer.
Yeah.
East New York. Yeah.
Do you guys prefer girls from France or Africa?
I would never go to France, bro. I know the history. I know they robbed in Africa blind. So I know the history. So I would never go to France. But Ivory Coast, it's the same shit. When I was all the girls I met in Ivory Coast, you know how girls from the US, from Kenya and South Africa, they end up in America. My Ugandan chicks be in Canada. The Ivory Coast girls, they go to Paris. Paris people to Ivory Coast, like they're connected. So I wouldn't even want to go to Paris because I can go to Ivory Coast because they got the same swag, same music, everything.
So have you been to Paris before or no?
No, I've never been here before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I've been to Paris. And like they get it in over there. They get it in. And I mean like they're more they're you know, like, I haven't been to Ivory Coast, but like they're more than willing to get active. Like they're very
all right.
Yeah. So but again, I haven't been to the Ivory Coast, so I don't know. So you know what I mean? So they may be willing to get active over there too.
You know what? I might go to Paris, but I know the history of France ripping West Africa off.
Yeah,
kind of turned me off. Like they stealing all their resources. That's the shit going on right now. They stealing all their resources, and the youth, the younger generation, they cutting the chains right now. Because France, they'll be poor tomorrow without West Africa. All their money comes from West Africa. All their money. So when they get cut off, if they get cut off, they're going to be a poor country. So that's what's going on right now. But so I might go to Paris. Just because I know the history, that's what turned me off. But I might check it out one day.
Yeah, no, that's good information. That's good to know. Miss Polly says hello, everyone. Hello.
All right, how you
doing? I used to wife me up two in Kenya. Two women.
Hey, make sure you have Kenya. Make sure you have two money. I just did a video on do you really want two wives? Because I got a girlfriend and it ain't cheap, player. And I still do my thing. Yeah,
I mean,
you can do it. I feel like you can do it here, but you just gotta know. You gotta set your system up. Are they gonna live together? Are they gonna pay for two different places? Because most in Kenya, when you on that alternative lifestyle, you want things to go your way, you can be paying for that type of lifestyle. Anyway, I mean, but it's like at least you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? You can be taking care of them. So you can want two girls in one house, or you're gonna have them, or you're gonna pay for two separate houses. So I feel like you should get your shit set up first, build you a big house or something, and then introduce them and just see how it goes. But yeah, man, because you gotta set your life up for it. Because like how you see, even I'm living here now. I got a girlfriend. I'm seeing how like things cost, living fees. I see why everybody mad out here now because it's like it ain't cheap. Like the price of food and everything's going up out here. So for us, it's still reasonable, but for the locals, it's really tough. So you got two wives, but you can be taking care of them. So I'd recommend you come here first and build you a real big house that two women be like, okay.
Yeah, I think with anything like if you if you're trying to get if you're a guy that's trying to get like a woman or whatever, you should definitely have you should definitely have something. You should definitely have something that, like, because you want her to move in with you, right? You guys, and guys, you shouldn't be living with women, right? A woman should be living with
Never.
you.
Exactly.
But so I think your advice, like when you say have the house being built and stuff like that, and I think it should be 2 separate rooms because the woman's gonna want to have her own space, like each woman's gonna want to have their own space,
Yeah.
So it's like, even though like I'm agreeing to this, but like I don't want to be sleeping in the same room as you. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly. You gotta make it make sense, real. It's real. You can do it. You can do it here, but you gotta make it make sense.
Yeah. I'm in the States, bruh. I'm in the States. I'll be back outside soon, though. If you go to Kenya, hold on. Put your spot in.
Mombasa.
Mombasa.
For a great time. Well, Mombasa is mostly a lot of pros out there. It's a historical pro place, even for sailors. Mombasa.
Ivory Coast is considered Little Paris in West Africa.
He ain't lying. Telling you.
All right, nice. Let's see.
Oh, I don't want to. Oh shit! I don't want to fucking stop Uganda.
Any intel on Uganda?
Okay. I don't want to say this, but
they're dope.
No, I'm gonna say it. No, I don't. I know. I'm gonna make it clean. So Uganda, I didn't really enjoy it, but maybe because I went to the wrong places and it was my last one on my vacation. But that Kololo area, it was super expensive. And it was bugs. I lost power and stuff. But I am attracted to chocolate women, so I met Ugandan women I like in the Middle East. But when I was in Dubai, when I was in Kampala, I didn't really see them. But my last night there, I stayed by the airport, and the airport I had the best time by the airport. I'll say that. So next time I go to Kampala, I'm not staying in Kampala. I'm staying by the airport at least half my time. I've got the name of that area. Somebody in the chat tell me the name of that area by the airport. That area I enjoyed way more than Kampala. And you know what I'm saying? And a lot of Ugandan chicks too, they leave go to Dubai. I meet a lot of them in Dubai and the Middle East. So a lot of the bad ones are leaving. So it was hard to find them out there, you know what I'm saying? But they're around, but I just didn't see them. And I had I didn't have the best experience there, but I would go back, but I'm gonna stay by the airport. I'll say that.
Gotcha. So you may have to do a mulligan on that one. Yeah, Paris is very similar to New York. They are rude and very grimy there. Yes, that's true.
Even Ivory Coast, some places they were kind of rude too. That French. I got 2 reactions when they realized, because they look at me, they think I'm from there. When I was in Ivory Coast, they thought I was from there. When they realized I couldn't speak French, they had 2 reactions. They thought it was the funniest shit in the world, or like, why are you here? You can't speak French. It's like they're really French, bro. It's like they're not catering to English at all. Like it's like they're French. That's in French countries. Like, in Ivory Coast, yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah, they're rude in France. Have you guys ever been to Congo?
Nah, it ain't on my radar, player. Not on my radar.
Oh, Kings, that's what's up from East Flatbush. Oh, let's go. Yeah, man. I'm from Flatbush, Church Avenue, East 18th Street, man. Brooklyn, son. You already.
I'm going to link y'all up, bro. I already got to link y'all up.
Definitely got to link me up with them, man.
Entebbe. That's the place by the airport. Entebbe in Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the place by the airport. I was telling them that's I like that. I like Entebbe better than Kampala. Yep. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, French people are really rude. I work in France. Oh, you work in France? Okay.
Yeah.
Nah. Most of them are rude and impatient, man. Most of them are definitely rude and impatient. So I definitely get that. All right, man. So I just have a couple of more questions and then I'll close out. So so would you say out of all the countries that you've been to and all of the women that you have dated globally, is Kenya your number one place to date women?
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you why. Number the real reason why is personality. I went to HBCU. I went to South Carolina State University, and I was like, I didn't graduate, but that was the best 3 years of my life. Like it was not my best, but it was up there, my top five. It was a real good run, 3 years. And Kenyan women in general, they have that personality. They have that college, drinking, smart, sense of humor, upbeat. That's like the normal. That's like the normal personality out here. So I realize when you actually like spend time with women, you have to be around them. When I went to Ghana and I came here, it made me realize like what I value the most, because when I was in Ghana, I was hitting thick chicks, but it was still like I don't know. I was like, damn, I still ain't feeling. I don't know why. I'm hitting thick chicks, but I feel like you gotta realize what's really most important to you. And when you spend a lot of time with a chick, GFE or girlfriend or whatever, you gotta really enjoy being around her.
Oh yeah.
And I really enjoy being around Kenyan women. And I think that trumps a lot of stuff. So I know a lot of my friends like different countries in Africa for different reasons. That's why I never try to push a country on anybody. I say, especially Africa, try at least 3 or 4 for yourself, because these countries have different personalities. And depending on your personality, it's going to depend what you like. So for me, Kenya is most like the personality of the women I like the most. And on the weekend, I can find any lane I can find any different lane I want to go out. Like different, I can go to the regular club, the regular girls, the semi-pro, the strip club, bro. There's so much lanes out here, so I enjoy the city. Me, I'm not a beach person. I like a city, so it will be between here and Johannesburg. But for me, Kenya, it's just because the personality, and you can find anything you like. You can find it tall, you can find it short, you can find it submissive, you can find it dark skin, you can find it light skin. Anything's here. You know what I'm saying? Because they all come here because it turns out like the financial hub of East Africa. So you can find anything you want. And the personality, that's what really trumps it. Even though the majority of Kenyan women are slim, shorter and slim, you can find anything you want out here. But for me, it's the personality what I like the most. And I enjoy being around them. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and then my last question for you is what is next for GMT?
Next for GMT? Well, I think I explored so much. So I think the explore chapter for me is almost over. Even though I'm going to Rwanda next. I'm going to Rwanda next month. But I think for me, it's just going to be East Africa, South Africa. I fly Emirates. So when I fly Emirates, I stop in Dubai anyway. So I stop in Dubai sometime when I'm leaving Africa, going to Africa. Dubai, and I'm a little small, Colombia here and there. And just me showing more my family life, my girlfriend, and just me buying my apartment, just my regular life in Kenya, and just getting deep and showing people going in depth into Kenya. Just like how I traveled Tony with Tanzania. I'm gonna try and get more into depth. Like some people just know the surface layer. There's a lot of party girls in Kenya, but it's a lot more than that when you really live here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. So I just want to go more in depth into Kenya, and just besides that, it's gonna be East Africa, South Africa, Dubai, and Colombia here and there. And that's it. I'm through exploring. I'm just passing information to y'all, and hopefully somebody else will pick up where I left off and catch the baton and keep it going. But I already know what I like now, and like yeah, man, I got too much going on out here, man. I got my hand full, bro. I can't. I'm getting older, and I got my plate is full. I can't handle no more. I can't handle no more, man.
I got you, man. I
gotta tap out, bro. I can't handle no more, bro.
All right, I got you, man. All right, so let the people know where to follow you, man.
Oh yeah, man. Follow me on GMT Travels on YouTube, on Instagram, GMT_travel life. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, man. If you want to see me and my adventures in Africa, Dubai, and maybe Colombia here and there, but mainly Africa. So man, hit me up, subscribe to the channel. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. I try to keep it honest. You know, I don't like to sell a dream. You know how I think they had a video with other guys a few days ago talking about selling dreams and stuff. And yeah, I don't want to sell you no dream. I'm just tell you what it is. And you come to Africa, I definitely recommend that you hit at least 4 countries and find out which country is best for you, because these countries are completely different. Some people think of Africa is like one place and they're all the same. I was talking, they speak French in Ivory Coast. Ghana and Ivory Coast is different from Nigeria. Kenya is different from Ethiopia, different from Rwanda, different from South Africa, different from Morocco. Morocco like the Middle East, South Africa like America. Kenya is like a mix of everything. Ethiopia is Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So I recommend everybody do at least 4 countries in Africa. You can't do minimum at least a week minimum, but you need at least 2. And yeah, man, and that's it, man.
Hold on. Hold on. I got a last few questions. I'm gonna still leave you big though. I'm gonna still leave you big. Hold on.
All right.
All right. So they said, can you find a BBW?
BBW? Nah, it's rare to see BB. You mean a fake chick? Yeah. I thought you said a BBL. Basic, yeah. Plenty BBWs if you want one. If you're into that. Why are you coming after the BBW? But if you want one, they're definitely here though. You can catch them. They'll love you. They'll love you more you love them. All right, any more questions? Bring all the questions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Africa is great. Only thing you need to do is get prepared for is the Musk and people hustling.
Definitely people hustling, but Musk. I say this in the city, people you're not gonna smell Musk in the city because people are deodorant. But if you more country you go, all that stuff is a luxury and costs a lot of money. But if you got a chick, you know what I'm saying, as long as you can provide all that stuff for her, she's gonna be all right. But yeah, in the city, I haven't really had that problem smelling Musk. But in Kenya, people definitely hustle. It's a hustling city. The Ubers sometimes will try and text you like you got to pay more. I say nope, cancel until one that pays me the same price as on my Uber. Kenya is a hustle city though. They definitely hustle, but on the outskirts it gets real cool. We on the outskirts though.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. I have been hearing some feedback from your mic. It has a little static, but it's all good.
All right.
My man Brand George says, "What up, room?" GMT getting his grown man on.
Hey, there you go. Appreciate it.
GMT keeping it real. He is a part of Keep It Real Passport Bro Network.
There you go.
He says, salute, bro. All right. So, all right, guys, do me a solid. Make sure that you do subscribe to GMT's Travels. Definitely make sure they check them out on Facebook. GMT_Travels on Instagram. You know, has a lot of good information. We'll probably be linking up again with him soon to talk more about his travels in the UAE, because I know you did that fairly recently. Yeah, so we're gonna talk later. We're gonna talk about that. I wanted to focus on Africa, but we're gonna talk about the UAE.
Wow, boy, I love it. I love UAE, bro. That's the reason I love it. Hey, I'm ending with this. That's the reason I love Africa, because of the Middle East.
Yeah,
I'm leave like that. Yeah, man. I met all African girls. So much African girls in the Middle East, bro. That's why I came to Africa. I'm like, I took one trip to Dubai. I'm like, well, I'm going to Dubai to talk to African girls. I should go to Africa. That's why I came here. That's why I went to Ethiopia. I was in Dubai to mess with African girls.
All right. So this question here, is Mombasa a good beach to find local women?
The actual beach, the beaches in Mombasa suck. A lot of clubs in Mombasa. Diani Beach is where the nice beach is. It's like 20 minutes away. Go to Diani Beach. That's the nice beach. It's really quiet. There's not a lot going on. A lot of pros. If you want a good girl, bring your Nairobi. You bring your Kenyan Nairobi chick with you out there, because when you get to Mombasa, Diani, it's gonna be all pros, player. If you find a regular chick, it's gonna be you lucky. They all pros out there. So if you want a regular chick, bring your chick with you from Nairobi to Diani or Mombasa. But Mombasa doesn't really have the beach. Best nightlife. Diani is quiet, but the best beaches.
Hey man, thank you for reminding me about your super chat question. All right, so he says, do you have insight on women in Madagascar and how do you pronounce that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, bro. I haven't been there, but my homeboy Jay Focus, that's in Tanzania, who was just in the chat, hit his channel up, and he knows, but he got videos on both of those places. Jay Focus, but no, I haven't been to any of those places. I don't know anything about those countries.
Yeah, man. Sorry I missed the super chat, and then also sorry that we don't have any information for you on that. But as he mentioned, hit up J Focus so you can get that. All right, guys, man. Happy Saturday. Hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Depending on wherever in the world you at, it's Saturday night. For me in the East Coast, it's Saturday afternoon. So I got some things to do here. You know what I mean? But guys, this was definitely a great conversation. Shout out to my man GMT Travels. Definitely make sure you check out the channel. Stay purposeful, and I'm out. Peace.